Hi, good day, and welcome back to my channel, Little African. Thanks for the likes, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe at Little African. And on today's episode, I shall be talking about the economic factors crippling Africa from within. And this is a reflection of a scholarly article I'm working on to be published. And I titled it Rent Seeking and Market Failure in Africa and Nigeria as a case study. And by rent seeking, I define it basically in a layman's term. And it's a process whereby an entrepreneur uses the government to get a privilege they can attain through competition. Rent seeking. A market failure can be explained as a situation whereby there's a form of recession. Those recession as a result of imbalance in the economy, where there's no competition, where there's monopoly, several of these terms, and that's not where I'm trying to go because I'm not an economic professional. I'm just a conflict analysis professional. And to go into the main deal of the day is talking about the economic factors. And I'll be using Dangote as an example. If you look at the economy in Nigeria and Africa, Nigeria as a case study applies to all. There's this, I don't want to say Africans are more of shallow minded because I'm an African, but I feel the fact that there's a game being played by these entrepreneurs like Dangote, MTN, and all these other massive corporations. They always brand themselves as representing a particular country. For example, Dangote brands himself as representing Nigeria. Like, yeah, someone from Nigeria is doing this, but the fact is, there's a limit. There's no competition that helps a country grow. And if you look at the recession that happened in the United States, here in the United States, it's as a result of monopoly. Monopoly is a big component of market failure. Imbalanced information, asymmetric information, these are components that causes market failure. And for example, the cement company in Nigeria, the rent seeking that happened there was during the second term. I'll give you a short story of it. The second term, when Obasanjo was about to run for the second term in Nigeria, after the fallout with Atiku is the financier of the PDP during the first time when he was the vice president of Nigeria. And when he had an issue with Obasanjo and Obasanjo relieved him of his position, he wasn't gonna be available to provide resources for the second term campaign for Obasanjo. And what exactly needed to have happened? Ribadu consulted Dangote, and which was an open avenue for Dangote to get himself out there. That's exactly, I'm giving you a synopsis of how he became the richest man in Africa. Dangote came from an affluent home, an elite home of Dantata. No one knows him. But the fact is, him financing the second term of Obasanjo gave him the edge he has today, because he got the license to be the only one distributing cement and all that, and the licensure to have his own manufacture, his own industry. And that's exactly how he received his position right there in Nigeria, and he was able to diversify. From the entrepreneurial perspective, it's a good deal, and you can see he's the richest man in Africa. He made use of that opportunity. That is rent seeking. And this goes on in several other African countries whereby an influential entrepreneur buys a politician or finances a political ambition of someone to get something in return that takes out competition. And in an economy where there is absence of competition, there is market failure. There is a concentration whereby the entrepreneur controls the price and can always do it whichever way. For example, the price of a cement is over 3,000 naira. But in other African countries, it's less than 3,000 naira. But the fact is, there is a cement plant in Nigeria. Dangote controls the Nigerian economy, basically the Nigerian economy. So if anything happens, then definitely the Nigerian economy plummets. So these are tools that are not helping any economy grow. Western countries encourage diversification, and the absence of diversification reduces technology and technological advancement, reduces discovery, reduces how new entrepreneurs are rising because these superpowers are pushing them down with their power. So it is important for us to understand the fact that while we are praising certain entrepreneurs, we should know we are paying the price as Africans, as Nigerians, that hey, we should open the market for competition so prices can be regulated. The inability of prices to be regulated is the reason why we are seeing monopoly, we are seeing recession, people are complaining that things are expensive. Things are expensive in the market because there is no price ceiling, there is no price floor. The prices are determined by these huge corporations because they've bought the government, and that is rent seeking. And the market failure is the increase in price, the expensive stuff that could be regulated. You could see exactly what's going on with rice right now in Nigeria because Buhari closed down the borders. There's a reason to this. I'm putting it out there. There's someone has rent seeked for that policy to happen. These corporations are influencing government policies, even though the policies in Africa are myopic and they just copy and paste. Anyway, see you in my next video on Africa and its slowly development process. Remember to subscribe, remember to like. Thank you, and see you next.